Today I wanted to have a little cozy couch conversation. I really enjoy taking my life experiences and learning the lesson from them and letting you guys know about them. So hopefully that's helpful. So that's what today's video is going to be about. But before we get into it, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe down below. I'm trying to hit 10,000 subscribers. We're pretty close. We're like halfway there. I also have an OnlyFans, an Instagram, a TikTok, all that stuff. It will be linked in the description down below if you want to check it out. So today's conversation is something that I am really passionate about. You guys know that I'm really passionate about sex in general and just taboo topics in general. It doesn't have to be sex. I love talking about poverty. I love talking about like the dirty things in life that people don't want to talk about. I could have a conversation about homelessness all day long. A lot of these conversations come from Facebook. I honestly don't use Facebook that often. I go and scroll on there maybe 5 minutes a day, because there's always something, you know, and I feel like it gives me really good conversation topics and really good things for me to think about, because Facebook is so freaking triggering. Yesterday, I shared something on Facebook that said something like, kids should not be allowed to wear crop tops, end of story, like something like that. And I like shared it and responded to it. And I was like, I don't know, man, like I disagree. I feel like it's not my daughter or son's responsibility if someone is looking at them in a sexual way when they are a child. And I said this because as a child, I was overly sexualized and I didn't even really have sexual parts. Like I didn't have, not that boobs are a sexual part, but you know what I mean? Like a thing that men would think of as a sexual part. I remember like wanting to wear short shorts or short skirts or a crop top or have cleavage or things like that. And in high school or even before high school, I have always been a very sensual, very in touch with my body type of person. I had sex for the first time when I was like 15, and it was something I was thinking about long before that, and I did it because I wanted to, not because I was like pressured in any way. And I don't regret that part of my life. I think sex is beautiful, and I always have. It's not something that I knew how to articulate in the past, and thank God OnlyFans has taught me how to articulate this over and over and over, because people, there's so much stigma. I know people see the stigma as a negative thing, and of course it can be. I feel like everything can be positive and negative. But it has taught me so much, and it's taught me to stand up for myself, and it's taught me to realize why I do certain things. I don't do OnlyFans because I have trauma. That point blank period. I do OnlyFans because I'm a Scorpio stellium and I love sex. I love dark. I love taboo. I love those things. And also my channel has grown from that, you know, like I have found a lot of success from talking about those taboo things. So why would I stop talking about it? So anyways, back to the Facebook post, I shared that, and on the comments, people interact with my stuff, but not like this. I had like 12 comments of different people, and like I said, I never really post on Facebook. I never really I share stuff occasionally. I was just not expecting the response, but everybody was really kind except for this one person. We'll get to it. But a lot of the answers underneath it, because at the end of my post, I was like, what do you guys think? Like, let me know what you think, because I am curious if it's just out of a sexual thing, like you don't want men to stare at your kids, or if it's like a deeper reason. So I wanted to know. And in the comments, people were like, yeah, I think it's my responsibility to protect my kids from stares like that. I don't want people to make my kids feel uncomfortable, stuff like that. Basically, it was all just being sexualized. And some person that I went to high school with, of course it's a man. Okay, I'm trying not to be so mean to men, bro, because I love men. But when I say men, I mean these kind of men. When I'm like talking shit about men, these are the kind of men I'm talking about. It's not like every man in the world. It's just the eye roll men, you know what I'm saying? So this man commented on my thing, and he was like, Sorry, but you have an OnlyFans. Can you even weigh in on this conversation? And I didn't respond or anything, but a girl was like, are you kidding me? Like, this is a conversation about crop tops. Her having an OnlyFans has nothing to do with this. And I responded, or I did respond. I said, so you probably watch porn. Does that mean you can't have children and you can't weigh in on the conversations about them? I think it's really misogynistic to think that women aren't multifaceted. Just because I have an OnlyFans means that I can't have children. And I've seen this time and time and time again in the sex work industry, in the porn industry, whatever you want to call it, with Lana Rhoades, with Lena the Plug, with all these creators that are having babies. And the comments are filled with these nasty things. They're filled with like, oh, your kid's gonna get beat up, like your kid's gonna get so bullied, blah, 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 blah. Think about your kid, blah, blah, blah. A woman's sole responsibility for being on this earth is not to create children. That's not the only decision she has to make in her lifetime. Her entire existence does not have to be based around the fact that she may or may not have children one day. Why are you bringing up a sexual thing in a child conversation? That is your problem, right? Like, that is the other person's problem. Why are you making me inherently sexual when we're having a conversation about something that is completely unsexual, and that is about children? Women are so multifaceted, and just because a woman likes sex, just because a woman likes to make erotic art, means nothing. It literally means she likes sex and she likes to make erotic art. What else does she like to do? I think it's a silly conversation to bring up OnlyFans and everything. I think it's silly that we have to address the fact that, like, hey, I like sex, but also I'm a person. Like, hey, I have an OnlyFans, but that doesn't mean I fuck every guy on the corner. But it also doesn't matter if you do. Like, my sexual habits are none of your business, and my sexual habits have nothing to do with my other opinions in life. It has nothing to do with the fact that I may or may not have a family one day. And why am I living my life for a make-believe child that's not even here yet? And why would me enjoying sex and putting that on the internet make my child have a bad life? You know, don't you think that there's like a little bit of a bigger picture here? I think that some of the best moms will be sex workers. I think that some of the best moms are going to be the moms that fight for their kids, to fight to give their kids a life that they weren't able to have. And a parent that is happy is a good parent. A parent that enjoys their life, that wakes up fulfilled and is passionate about what they're doing, is in turn a good parent. Imagine if I just ignored this entire side of me. I ignored the fact that I wanted to make a business. I ignored the fact that I enjoy sex. I ignored the fact that I love taboo things. I ignore the fact that I like things that other people don't like. And I never talked about it. Imagine if I just shut up. Imagine if I just did what other people told me to do. I went to a regular job. I went and did all this stuff, had kids. I think that would have a worse effect on my children in the long run than them maybe getting bullied because kids in school have seen my tits. Personally, I don't see my children going to public school, so it's like, does it even matter? But this conversation is just so misogynistic, and it's something that happens all the time. I just wanted to make this video to bring light to it. Like, I think it's so important to talk about these things and talk about how women are seen differently if they like sex, but men are praised if they have 100 women under their belt, you know? But who do you think those women are? You think that those women aren't having, like, it doesn't make sense. Like, who are these men having sex with? Other men? Like, probably not. Some of them, yeah. Probably not, though. So where does the woman come into all of this? Where does her pleasure come in? Where does her fulfillment come in? Where does her quality of life come in? I encourage you guys to think about that, and I encourage you, if you're a man, to think about women as a whole picture and not just boobs and ass and a pussy. I encourage you to see them as an entire being, see them as this magical, beautiful creature that they are. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little conversation. If you did, don't forget to subscribe. 90% of you guys that watch my videos are not subscribed, and I like all my subscribers' comments down below. I can click on your profile and see if you are subscribed. So if I don't respond to you, it's probably because you're not subscribed. Like this video if you liked it, and I will talk about more things like this. Follow my OnlyFans, my TikTok, my Instagram, all that stuff will be down below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.